Well, we've learned the key to ending the worst infectious disease outbreak in the world may be found right here on the southwest side of San Antonio.
As News 4's Leslie Bull explains, Texas Biomed Research Center is now working to find a vaccine for HIV, the virus that causes AIDS.
The effort to develop an HIV vaccine is being led by a scientist who has made it her life's work to end the epidemic.
Imagine this simple particle has killed more than 35 million people. This is our enemy.
That's the enemy Swiss-born Dr. Ruth Ruprecht has fought since HIV/AIDS first appeared here in the U.S. At that time, she was a physician in training at UCLA and was discouraged by the lack of treatment options.
And it was very depressing to see how all these young people, lost their lives. Every one of them. We couldn't help. We couldn't do anything. So that kind of got me motivated and keeps me going because we haven't yet solved the problem.
She's had some success along the way. As a scientist, her lab made discoveries that helped lead to an early HIV drug and developed the ideas that drug or antibody treatment can block HIV transmission from mother to child. Still, despite advancements, there is no effective vaccine. Now, armed with the largest single grant Texas Biomed has ever received, Dr. Ruprecht and her international team, including the UT Health Science Center, MIT, Northwestern, and others, are attacking the task differently.
So we have decided to take a new look at the problem, a fresh look. And it's an outlook that is inspired by military strategy.
Dr. Ruprecht, a history buff, was inspired at how her home country of Switzerland fought off the Nazis in World War II by using 3 lines of defense. When applying it to destroying HIV, the first line of defense is the mucosal barriers, where 90% of HIV infections take place through unprotected sex or from mother to child.
As long as the antibodies are in the body.
Now, the idea is called passive immunization. The theory is that when tailor-made antibodies are created in the lab and injected into the mucosal cavity, they can attach themselves to the virus, which the body is able to flush out.
So that a huge part of the virus that is trying to infect a person actually gets trapped and doesn't even make it through.
Dr. Ruprecht left Harvard and brought 8 scientists with her to be near the primates living at Texas Biomed. Now, she calls being close to and working with the monkeys as essential.
And that's actually the reason why, after almost 30 years in Boston, my entire group came in huge 18-wheelers across the country. We came here to San Antonio to be at the site of the primate center.
In addition to the $23 million grant to create a vaccine, Dr. Ruprecht and her team also received $5 million from the National Institute of Health to develop new drug treatments for HIV/AIDS.
There are some hopeful signs that the problem can be solved.
Do you think it's possible?
I think it's possible, but we need to do the work to make it happen.
Regardless of her work on a vaccine, Dr. Ruprecht says part of the battle against AIDS can be won if everyone knows his or her status and, if positive, is treated with antiretroviral drugs, which can be successful at suppressing the virus. Leslie Bowl, News 4, San Antonio.